got the best M4 loadout in my opinion right now in the current meta, and what you need to know about it, okay? Let's get right into it, okay? Tactical suppressor. I use tactical more than lightweight here because the best thing about it is keeps the range, and mobility is something that you don't need a lot of in this game mode. If you look at my overall thing right now, it's highly based on accuracy and range and control, because these are the three most important factors when building a class for loadout. Mobility is something that should be like a, I don't know, it should be like a luxury if you can also add that in. It's not something for most people, you know. Let's say you're like super good, maybe then you can have like high mobility because, you know, no matter situation, you already have the accuracy and everything. But for most people, this is the best thing you can get. This is how you're going to dominate. Tactical suppressor. Okay, you want to have the stock M16 grenader, okay? What this does, this is where all my range comes in. This is where I got all that range. Okay, it gives you the range, gives you bullet velocity, which means whenever you shoot like a bullet, it's gonna hit the enemy earlier than you usually would because the bullets are traveling faster. And recoil control. Usually, guys, when you increase the range, bullet velocity, it comes to the con of recoil control, but this one comes to the positive, which is amazing. Okay, negative, aim down sight speed and movement speed. I told you, it's a luxury if you can have movement speed. In my case, I don't care about it. Aim down sight speed, it's okay. Look, for the ARs, I don't care. It's not I don't care. I don't think it's necessary to have the fastest aim down sight speed for an AR. For SMGs, that's a whole different story. For ARs, you can usually win a fight even if you don't hit the first shot, okay? Just because of how much damage output, how much accuracy you can add on, and then just the range and control, which you don't get with like an SMG. So you already have like such a big advantage. Okay, now laser. Everybody keeps saying tac laser is the best. Like if you see right here, if I had the tac laser and not a scope, look at that. Look at how much more of everything that I want add comes in. Some people like me, we need a scope if we feel better, if we feel more comfortable, you know. But some people are like, oh no, I'm gonna go complete sweat. I don't need a scope. I'm gonna get the best aim down sight speed with the tac laser without a scope. You can do that. Okay, if you're gonna go that route, take this and don't put an optic. But if you want an optic, I would not suggest the laser. Okay, if you want an optic, I'm gonna suggest, I think, 3 or 4 options, okay? Because all these 500 different things that they offer, you don't need them all. Okay, this one right here, the thermal hybrid, this is the last thing you're gonna get. Any of these ones right here, okay? These two hybrids, these two thermal and the thermal hybrid, it's perfect. The reason I like the bottom one, a lot of people are running cold-blooded now in Warzone. So, you know, with the thermal, you're not gonna be able to see them. But if you have that, you know, it's not a GI mini, but it's the other one on the side, you can just switch to it. It would be a lot better. Okay, another option is this one right here. I like this one because when you look into it, you don't just see you can see your like surrounding like area and also what's inside the scope with this one. Okay, the VLK30X optic. This is crazy good optic in my opinion right now. Main reason I say that, how I found out that this is such a good optic in like the big red orange boxes in the map. There's one gun called the Firehouse. It's an LMG and it comes with this optic. And let me tell you, that optic is what makes that gun so good. Just saying. If you ever see it, you should pick it up. But right here, it's amazing. You should totally get used to this. If not that, like I said just earlier, which is what I'm rocking, GI Mini Reflex, okay, or just any other 3.25s. I would never do this one. Okay, if you're trying to be like a AR sniper, don't use the M4. use the FAL or the Odin. But that's for a later story. Okay. I don't run a stock. Stock doesn't really help here. You're like, oh well, you can get even more accuracy, even more control. Yeah, I could, but at this point, I don't think I need any more. I think it's better to invest in other things. Like, for example, hipfire. This AR has horrible hipfire, but look what it does. It increases my hipfire accuracy, and I know at the bottom it shows a huge increase in accuracy. It's not actually that much of an increase. That's only the hipfire accuracy being increased, so don't get fooled by how much it's showing. Also, your recoil control is getting better, which is actually very beneficial. Your aim down sight speed and aim walking movement speed, that's going down, but I already told you, that's okay. It's still better than the LMG. Okay, and then ammunition. 50 round is good enough. I would, like, if you're able to get 50 round on it, I would get 50 round. I don't think you need any of these other ones. 10 is just way too small of an amount, okay? 32 round mags. I'm not trying to turn my gun into an SMG. I'm trying to make it a powerful powerhouse. The bullets that already have 5.56, these bullets are monsters. This is the way you want. You don't need 60, okay? That's gonna take, okay, look, right here. That's how much of a toll it's already taking on my 50 rounds. Imagine if I had 60, look at how much lower it would be. After all my other attachments trying to build the control up, you don't want to bring it back down. And that's what I think is the best class you can have for the M4. Alright, stay tuned for the next video. It should be good.